Hello, it's Mark, and welcome to another whiskey review. Thanks for stopping by and giving it a view. Subscribe if you like. I don't know how often I'll do these kind of whiskeys. I do a scotch at least once a week on Sundays. Yeah, so thanks. And today I have Kavalan. This is a Taiwanese whiskey. This is the Fino finish. This is cask strength. So Kavalan is from Taiwan. And they were founded in 2005. They released their first bottle in 2008. This particular is done in Fino sherry, which Fino is like the driest of the sherries. And you see some. I've had some scotches done in Fino, but it's not as common as Oloroso or PX. And so Spanish word for Fino, the word Fino in Spanish means fine. This whiskey is about 4 to 7 years old. They found that the climate in Taiwan is warm, kind of like Texas, and it ages. I don't want to say ages because that's not really what it does, but it gives the same properties as aging faster than it does in Scotland or parts of the United States. Maybe they say, maybe Tennessee or Kentucky, but Texas, yeah, it's perhaps similar to Taiwan. So this has natural color. You can see how dark it is. There's no chill filtration, and like I said, it's about 4 to 7 years old. So if you're using, they say about 3 to 1 is what the people at Kavalan say. So 4 to 7, you're looking 12 to 21. I don't know if we'll see. But anyway, it definitely has some dark color to it. I've had one other of theirs. I had a sherry finish, but it was I don't know if it's a single cask or something, but this is a single cask Fino, considered part of the Soloist. Anything they do single cask is part of their Soloist, or, well, most of what they do single cask is part of their Soloist line. So this is 57% ABV. This is bottle number 80 of 488. And let's see. Looks like it was, I guess, let's see, I picked this up this year, so a few months ago. So looks like it was distilled in about May of 2017. So yeah, you're looking at about a 4-year-old whiskey. So anyway, the distillery is about an hour outside of Taipei, in the very northern part of Taiwan. So let's see. I've rolled it once. Let me just go ahead and show it to you in the glass and bottle. I mean, look at that color for natural color. And of course, I hear that Fino is darker, but I think it has more to do with the climate of Taiwan. So there you go. Beautiful weather here today. We had a bunch of rain last night, but it is kind of cool right now. So on the bottle, I've pretty much told you that. It just says every cask is specially selected by the master blender for its distinct character and fine distillery quality. Each bottle is meticulously bottled and labeled for your unique sampling pleasure. That's it. There's quite a bit in here. I don't know if I'll read everything, but in ancient times, the land around Yilan in Taiwan was called Kavalan, a mysterious land that was solely inhabited by the indigenous peoples of the Kavalan clan. The name was officially recognized by the Emperor of the Qin Dynasty in the year 1809, when the original city was built under the same name. Kavalan has always been kept primitive and protected from the outside world by the Sunshan mountain range, which is abundant in high-quality natural water that comes from the deep within the mountain range. The myths of Kavalan on the spirits that of the past have created you this exquisite spirit. It's cask strength. I've read that part. Spanish for fine, the driest and most pale of all varieties of sherry wine. It's best drunk comparatively young. Traditional Fino wine is usually non-sweet and is best consumed shortly after the bottle is opened in order to avoid losing its flavor. Kavalan's Fino, however, provides mild sweetness that excites the palate Soloist Fino was matured in top Fino sherry butts that were used for winemaking. And what is this? This just, well, yeah, this actually, I guess the one that came out like 2012 actually won like Whiskey of the Year, I think. But anyway, Kavalan has gotten a lot of rewards for their whiskeys. So yeah, just talking about some of the awards they've gotten for this. This has gotten quite a few. So let's see if it's all it's cracked up to be. I can smell it already, and being outside, that's kind of amazing. Because there is a slight breeze blowing across. But I can definitely smell it. I'm definitely getting vanilla, getting like baking spices, allspice, nutmeg, clove, maybe cinnamon. Getting the toffee seems to be there. I'm getting some of that sherry nose. Chocolate. Cocoa. Yeah. Maybe a little coffee note. Not getting as much fruit. More spice. And toffee. Spice and toffee. Chocolate. Definitely some chocolate in there and a little bit of coffee. All right, let's go on to the palate. Chocolate, cinnamon, getting some, it's that coffee for sure, bitter coffee. Little peppery. More of the cinnamon probably is getting a little bit of heat. Those baking spices are still there. I'm wondering how long you should hold this in your mouth. If it's 4 years old, 4 seconds, or if it's treated like it's a 12-year-old and not hold it for 12. I don't know. Anyway, interesting. A more of a bitter chocolate, cinnamon, baking spices, coffee, chocolate. Yeah. Let's see if I get anything else on the nose now. Hasn't really changed. A little bit more chocolate. More of the cinnamon, spices. Not getting as much of the toffee now. More chocolate, for sure. The coffee's still there. Yeah. Okay. Spicy finish. Heavy cinnamon on the finish. Long finish. Very long finish. Still on my tongue. Okay. So it hits with that coffee and chocolate and the baking spices, and then it goes into this cinnamon long dry finish. So like the coffee and the chocolate, and there's like a caramel in there, maybe, and kind of it hits that way. Reminds me of like an Arby's Jamocha shake drizzled with caramel. It's a little bit different than some of the other ones I've said that to. So yeah, that kind of, but then the finish is this cinnamon dry finish. This is very somewhat expensive bottle. I want to say probably around 300. I hear you can get it probably as low as 260, but I've only seen it once. So anyway, okay. I like it. I'm not in love with it. I don't think this is something I'd keep on my shelf forever. I don't know what I don't care for. It's a lot of cinnamon on the finish is long, dry, and spicy. Yeah, I'll go with a 6 out of 10. So yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time.